Hi, boy, do I have some news for you. Last night, my friend and I went to the lake on the dock and we're watching for UFOs. We did this Dr. Stephen Greer app. We used his tones and the meditation that he gives us on there to do. And we saw a couple. Now, I have something to admit. The first time I went out with my friend, she and I both thought that what we were seeing all were UFOs, and they weren't, not all of them. Out of like 15 we saw, only 3 were actual. I didn't know, and I'm sure not everybody knows, she didn't even know, or nor her son, that half of the things we were looking at were satellites. I did not know that those suckers travel over 1,000 miles per hour. They move as fast, if not a little faster than an airplane, but they have no lights. And all this time, I thought those were UFOs. We did see 2 that flashed us, really bright, a very bright light, and then the very long vertical one that I had stated. So last night we saw a few, and they flashed us, which indicated they were UFO. Now, the only thing we haven't seen was the ones that are very fast or will change direction quickly. And those I would love to see. We didn't see any big ones like the big vertical one we saw last time. One I saw was pretty bright. It was pretty big. It was amber color. And then the others were, they were kind of tiny, but they would flash, and then it was a white flash. And then it wouldn't do anything for a while, and then it'd be in a different area and it would white flash. And then some would go continuously a single flash, but they would travel and they'd single flash again. And all those were one flash, but a brilliant white. So we knew it wasn't a satellite, and we knew it wasn't an airplane. Other than that, nothing unusual. We heard deer, because on the side of the lake, on the dock, there was woods. We heard deer stomping around. Nothing unusual other than that. So here comes the big part. I get home and I do my usual. I thanked them for showing their ships to us. I welcomed everything positive to come and visit me. I surrounded myself in the house in a white light. Everything negative I had stated, you're not welcome, do not come, blah, blah, blah. I also kind of telepathically talked to them and said, I'll back up a little bit. I haven't felt like I have felt them around in a while. My depression still hasn't came back, but I felt like they haven't visited. And I'm actually was starting to feel a little empty. And I think a couple of times I woke up middle of the night and I saw the geometric shapes, whatever you call them. I need to remember what they're called. I just haven't felt like their presence. I think I needed something more, like the vibrations or something. I don't know. So I went to sleep last night. I did my little saying like I always do, and I told them, if I'm sleeping through your visits because of my sleeping pill and I'm getting used to you, please try to wake me up. And if that didn't work, I had stated that I wouldn't take my sleeping pill every now and then so I could be alert to when they come. And so I went to sleep, and my youngest daughter came in my bathroom and was taking a shower when I was going to sleep. So I said all that, and I laid down and went to sleep. And lo and behold, it wasn't very long after, I wake up to my body vibrating, and it was an intense vibrating. I mean, it wasn't like my whole body was shaking or anything. It was just like, it's really hard to explain. I'm going to explain it like this. Hopefully it'll, you can understand. It's like you lay on a silicone bed, and you're surrounded by the silicone bedding, a mold, soft, warm feeling, and it just encompasses you. And then the whole thing vibrates to a point where it's just so comfortable. It's like that. That's the best way I can explain it. It feels nurturing, comforting, safe. I mean, everything positive. So I wake up to this and I smile because I'm like, oh, they're back. And I'm like, fantastic. And then everything just stops. I'm watching these people walking around. Everything just stops. I mean, it wasn't like a gradual ending. It just point blank stopped. And I'm like, I opened my eyes and I'm like, really? And I looked around and I saw my shapes again all over the place. And something made me sit up in bed, and I looked at the foot like I always have. And this is strange. It was like, I'm going to try to explain it the best I can. It was like a green pixelated screen, like a TV screen. And it was about as big as maybe a 46-inch, 40-inch, whatever screen TV. And I'm looking at it like, what in the world? And I'm trying to make out the images, and I'm looking and looking. And I want to say there was two figures in it, and they were moving around. And I hear my daughter still in the bathroom. And I was saying to myself, I'm not scared, I'm not scared, I'm not scared. And I put my finger to my lips to indicate, shh, don't make a sound or anything. And I pointed the bathroom, telling them my daughter's in there, and I'm telepathically telling them this. You can see that they're moving. Now, they're pixelated. So if you're looking at it, you could tell there's figures, but not a complete form. You couldn't really see eyes and a mouth or anything like that. And so I'm talking to them telepathically, and the screen is moving closer to me, and I wasn't uncomfortable or anything. What the feeling was is, hey, part of me was like, I don't know you yet, and you're getting really close. And I didn't feel unsafe or anything. It was just something I haven't witnessed before. And I was kind of like, whoa, slow down, I guess, kind of. And now keep in mind, I take sleeping pills, so I'm really groggy. I haven't even been asleep, not even 30 minutes. And so my eyes are trying to focus, my TV's on, and I'm trying to just see what it was. And I'm telling him, can you please help me understand you telepathically, because I know that they're telepathic. And I didn't get anything. I don't know if I was blocking it out. I can't remember what else I said. And I asked if I could take their picture. And of course I didn't hear anything. So I reached over on my nightstand, got my phone, took a picture. And when I looked up, it seemed to me that everything was gone. I don't know if I scared them, freaked them out, or they thought, this morning I thought, oh my gosh, I wonder if they thought I was reaching for a gun. But mentally I was saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. If I wasn't allowed to do that, I will not do it again. I am so sorry. And I kind of sat there looking around for a minute, and I didn't see anything. And so being groggy, I laid back down and just went back to sleep, thinking, they'd either come back, or if they're still there, they'll know I didn't see them. And, I don't know. So this morning I get up, I get in my phone, and everything is dark in my picture. And I thought, well, I'm going to brighten it up a little bit. Like I said, my TV was on, so it was lit up a little bit, but not real bright. It wasn't, evidently the movie that was on was in a dark moment or something, because the room wasn't lit up very well. So I'm messing with the editing on it, and I'm brightening it up. There's something on the side of my bed, and at first it looks like, and it's all white. Some of it's green, some of it's white. Let me say this first. I know sometimes when you mess with controls like that on your phone, it can alter images. And I want to say it's a possibility that that's what happened. I'm not saying, hey, this is what it is, because I don't know. And I know that sometimes when we see something we've not seen before, we always try to talk ourselves out of it. Like, oh no, that's not what it was. So I get to the side of the bed and it looks like, first it looks like a cat head, a big cat head, because you can see the ears and everything. And then I'm like, no, that looks like a raccoon. But it, you know, it was white and green, so it was ghostly. And I'm playing with it, and I'm zooming in. And I zoom in so much, and your mind plays tricks on you. It kind of, and you guys tell me what you think in the comments too. One part of it looked like the lizard aliens that they say exist. And then the whiter part looks like a gray. And if you zoom in enough, you can see the eyes on both. It was weird. Now, if that's what they were, it was accurately a little over 3 foot high. And Dr. Stephen Greer had said that some are 3 feet and taller, up to 10 feet or more, I think. But my bed stands right a tad bit below 3 feet. And if you can see, it's a little bit over. I'm lightening up, I'm brightening the picture up. I'm doing everything I can to see what in the world. And the gray one looks like it's looking straight across the bed. And then the green one, if you zoom in enough, the reason why I say it looks lizardy is because it's got like spots on its face. And it's got weird lips, what looks like lips. And it looks like it's facing toward the wall. I'm not sure. They're facing different directions. If you're looking at the picture, one's looking this way and the other one's looking that way. I don't know. I've been like hours on it trying to figure. I'm going to put it here in the video so you can see it. And there was another thing. On my bedroom door, and this is weird, and I was looking at the door, trying to study the wood grain on it and everything. And the wood grain is going vertically. And in the picture, and hopefully you can look, so if you need to, pause the video when you see the picture, and I'll probably put it at the very end. On the door, on the middle of the door, is a straight line that goes horizontally across, midway up the door. And then there's some kind of something all over the door. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. That was weird. And my thought was, in the green pixelated screen, it was square. And on the door, it would be directly in front of me. Kind of, I guess it would be reflecting off the door. Because where I saw that pixelation screen thing, it would have been right, in front of the bedroom door. So that's weird. I don't know what that is. I've tried to blow it up, darken it, lighten it, and everything to see what those images were. I don't know what they are. Okay. And as I was brightening more than, I was doing both, brightening and darkening and all. And you'll see it in the picture. I might put 2 up. But if you look around, you'll see what looks like pink pixelation, like on the walls. Now, keep in mind too, my comforter on my bed is solid white. There's no patterns whatsoever at all. And none of it was sticking up. So when you see the cat figure, alien head, whatever it is, it looks like maybe part of the comforter is sticking up. None of my comforter was sticking up. So, if you're looking around the walls, and I don't know if you see the ceiling in that picture, but on the comforter, all around, you'll see a pinkish pixelation, like everywhere. And what that is the geometric, symbols, shapes, whatever you want to call it. When I see them with my eye, they're more pronounced. They're more like stop sign shape and other shapes around them. But in the picture, it just looks like blobs. It was weird. So that's something for you guys to look at. I do want you to comment below and let me know what you think these things are. I hope that you guys can somehow click on the picture and expand it yourself and mess with it and tell me what they are. I would love to know that they were aliens, because I do want to communicate with them. I do want to help them if possible. Yeah, that's my experience for last night. I feel like things are getting more and more now. In meditation, before we looked at the UFOs last night, I had told them that I would like to communicate with them and see one. Evidently they heard, or whatever that was, I don't know. Part of me is just like, no, that's not going to happen to me, and that was just something else. But then, why wouldn't it? You know, other people see these aliens and stuff, why can't I? So, I want to share that with you guys, and that's probably going to be the end of this video. I think that the more I go out with these UFO sightings that I do, the more I open up, if that makes sense. Because last time, if you see my last video, I had a tremendous, intense vibration in my whole body that night, and woke up the next day full of energy and so positive, and was just bouncing off the wall. So, and that was great. I wish that could happen every day. This time it didn't happen. I just had a slight vibration, and it was more intense than normal, and I'm assuming it was to wake me up. And I want to add that now, and this is just what I'm thinking, I may be completely wrong, I don't know, it's just what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the geometric shapes that I'm seeing are like a protection sheet, blanket, whatever you want to call it. Because when I see it with my eyes, it looks like a curtain that's draped. Like it pours in the room and it's draped. It's not like on the ceiling and it's in the corner and then it goes straight down. It's like just softly put in there. I'm assuming it's a protection kind of thing, as in if my daughter came out of the bathroom, maybe she wouldn't see anything. Or if anybody come from another part of the house into my room, they wouldn't see anything. That's what I'm thinking. Also, I'm thinking that the vibrations that I feel and the bed bumping, I think that's them trying to get my attention. And maybe I wasn't open enough to see them at those other times. But since I asked for it, this time I was, and I was able to see them. That's just my speculation. And like I said, I might be wrong. But it makes sense, because this time they woke me up, and when I woke up, the vibration stopped. And I sat up and bam, there they were. That's what I feel. Now the other times I vibrated and woke up, and I did look around, I didn't see anything. Maybe I just didn't look hard enough, or maybe I was just too tired. I don't know. So yeah, I'm so glad I was able to share that with you guys. And of course, if I see anything else, even if it's tomorrow, I'll do another video. So I'm going to end this right here. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please do comment below. I am anxious to know what you think that is in my picture. Like, hit the notification bell. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.